Okay, so today we're going to be starting some practice with markers. Our next unit is the Rainforest unit, and we're going to be creating rainforest flowers, and I have a variety of flowers that you can use, and jungle leaves and all that. And for today, we're going to do a little practice on paper, and then we're going to be working on 14 and 15 in your little technique workbook, okay? So I'm going to do this one first. Let me grab a piece of paper. Don't forget to write your name on it, and code would be great. And then on here you can draw, your little flower. You can do leaves instead of a flower if you want, whatever you want, okay? You can have leaves, whatever, okay? This is just practice paper, so it doesn't have to look perfect or anything like this. It's just kind of playing with the materials before we start our final project, okay? Make sure you put that on the cap on nicely. So what I want you to notice is when I'm doing this coloring, I want to make sure I color the whole space in. So one technique would just be filling it in with a color, and then you can take another color and maybe add some sort of pattern on top. Okay, so we're not just doing like coloring in with a solid color. I want to see some pattern and some texture to yours. Okay, you can even do, try it this way, just backwards. How about that? That you color in maybe polka dots and then color on top. Okay, so they both work. If you're coloring a large area, I like to kind of outline, and I use the side of my marker right there, and I can kind of color it in. So there's no wrong way to do this, okay? And we're going to be working on this practice today, and I'm just going to kind of stop right here so don't take up too much time. So I've got my practice there. I'd finish that. And then what I'm decided to do in the background, and it's okay if it goes over this today, but we're going to be using a different technique with foil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of aluminum foil, and you can take marker and you just literally color on top of the foil. You can use whatever colors you want. Then you're going to use a little bit of water to spritz it. You may have to move it around a little bit. And then I'm going to try to avoid the flower. And don't worry, on our final copy we'll be doing some cutting, but I'm going to kind of put my hands here so I kind of know where not to press it. And I'm going to press my hand on the back, and you'll get this almost watercolor effect on your paper, okay? And then you can get a new paper towel because we're saving this for other classes. And you want to wipe it off. So be really careful not to crinkle it or anything like that. So wipe it all off so we can save that for another group, okay? So you can kind of do that and work on this paper and make it look interesting. For this one, it's paint with markers. So you'll need that paper towel. If this bothers you, that's a little dirty, you can get a new one. It's fine with me. So on this one, it says color with marker and then wet paint. So you would just color. You can do anything you want. You can add another color if I wanted to. And then you're going to just take your brush and just water. And you literally paint with the brush on top of it. And we've done this technique before. And since these are water soluble, they're going to kind of bleed and fill in the other spaces. Okay? The other one says dip marker in water. And then you're going to only use the dry marker. So I have a big tub of dry markers. And you can see that would be a dry marker. Doesn't look very nice. Then I can take my water, and I'm not going to hold it in there for a long time. I'm just going to do a quick dip. So quick dip, and then color it in. So you can see it kind of revives the marker, okay? And then make sure you still, even though it's a dry marker, make sure that cap is on before you return it. And then this one says color marker on tin foil. That's what we just did. So the tin foil, spray it and then set this on top, and it's gonna make a print. And it's okay if it goes over there, that's fine. And then I'm gonna put this paper on this side. And you can kind of see like this is still a little wet. So at this point, you can just do a free draw, or you can just sit and read a book for about 5 minutes, and then you can work on this. And this is just filling in the back spaces with repeated lines and shapes and colors. So that's the one where you could color an area in, use the same marker and draw on top, or maybe use another color to draw on top as well, okay? And this last one is just the ladder technique, where you color, and then you go to the next row and color that. And this just ensures that you color all the space and you're not, scribbling around the paper, okay? So this is just a catch-up day for some of you, and it's just working on this practice paper. I would leave this paper towel in here just until it dries, and then we're gonna leave it on the counter so it's safe, and I'll put it in the bin, okay? This aluminum foil, make sure you keep it flat, and then I'll collect those and save it for the next class.